Hey Flo here. Oh man, I just made every rookie IRL streamer mistake ever. It's terrible. Worst mistake I made was I forgot to bring a charging cord, and not only did I forget to bring it in my backpack, but I didn't even have it in the car. Came up all this way and I had to go back down to the car and check, and I have like a charging cable that I use for my cigarette lighter thing, but it's super short and terrible, but that's all I've got. So oh man, I'm so annoyed though, because I have to hold my battery bank like awkwardly, because it's got to be like 2 inches from my phone. Lovely times. Anyway, I'm just happy to be out here in spite of all the fumbles that I had. It was comically bad. I actually went back and forth like 3 times because I started going back down to see if I had a charging cord in the car, and then I realized, oh, I left my keys, because I left my backpack up here, because I just thought, well, I don't need to carry that down. And of course I had my keys in the backpack. So I had to come I didn't go all the way down, but I went pretty far. Oh man, I'm so tired now. Plus I'm really out of shape because I haven't been hiking at all. I didn't think I would be able to hike for a while, because there's still snow and ice around where I live. But then I remembered there's this area that it's kind of like a deserty sun area that I could drive to. I forgot completely about it. And I think I've had this same deja vu moment multiple years, because this is one of the first places I came. I don't know if it was last year, but it might have been, or a couple years ago, and I had the same exact feeling. I think it might have been February too. Now it's March, but the snow is kind of stuck around longer this year. Although I wouldn't say it's the longest ever, because I've seen it hang around longer. But up here, there's like, you can't even tell it's winter anymore. It's awesome. I just completely didn't remember this place until this morning, really, because I saw the weather was going to be cool. Nice. And it's super nice. Like here, especially, like I'm just wearing a t-shirt. It's like super warm. I'm actually almost too hot. I started out with my jacket on, and it's like, nope, it's way too hot for that. Oh, super cool though. I'm really happy to be out, because I have not been in a good mood lately. Been very discouraged, and generally speaking, and so it always cheers me up to finally be able to get outside again when it's nice. This is one of my favorite places too. I never remember it for some strange reason. I did bring I did think a little bit ahead when I was down at the car, and I saw, or I last second grabbed a bungee cord, so I might pull that out and see if I can rig this battery bank on my gimbal here, because this is going to be annoying to hold the whole time. Although I just now discovered a better handhold, but that would be even better. Just a second here, or several minutes. Oh man, I hate it when I fumble with IRL stuff, because I've done this so many times. Oh, you probably can't hear me. I hate it when I fumble with IRL stuff. I've done IRL so many times that I should. And it's kind of my first real IRL for the year, so I just kind of ran out the door and didn't think it through. Okay, let me see if I can get that bungee cord without dropping everything. I like to explore these random boulders. I have like thousands or probably thousands. Yeah, probably thousands. Not that I've explored thousands necessarily, but I've marked thousands, and I've definitely explored hundreds. Because each boulder that I find, I give a new number and mark it on the map. No idea where I put that bungee cord. I didn't think I was going to use it. I thought I would just rough it through, but now I'm kind of wishing I kept it out. So annoying. I can't even find it. Of course, the zippers on my backpack are not cooperating. Okay, it's in sight. There we go. Hopefully everything's charged. I did check all that stuff before I left. Not that there'd be anything I could do about it, because if it wasn't charged, I just can't charge it in like a short time. Okay, here we go. Oh man, worst setup possible. This is terrible, not having a longer cord, having to hold this stupid thing. Hey Madman's Lair, how's it going? Yeah, it's really nice. Looks just like that. Not quite a smiley face on the sun, but might as well be. Sorry if you didn't really hear me. I was yelling into the microphone. I'm kind of fumbling with my gear here for a second. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I think we finally got it. That was a catastrophe. Actually, this is not bad. Just by pure luck, having the battery bank attached to the bottom of the gimbal actually makes it really well balanced, but wasn't my intention. I don't think doesn't make any sense how this isn't staying online. I don't get it. It's a pretty good signal here, but it's not wanting to stay on. I blame Aircast. Aircast sucks. I don't know. sometimes. It doesn't always suck. It sucks often enough, though, that it's irritating. Okay. I think the signal should be good from here on out, though, because I'm up above where I would be down like in a lacking line of sight, but it should have been good earlier too, and it wasn't, so who knows. So some of the platforms won't come back online. It's too annoying for me to try to restart the streams. So I'll just figure it out later. Maybe one of the platforms will have kind of a halfway decent recording. Most of them won't. This would be one of those scenarios that would be interesting to test Beam on, just because there's a slight chance it might actually do better than Aircast. I don't know. I think it would have the same issues. I think what I'm experiencing is actually a signal issue, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm just exploring some of these boulders. They're all of these are pretty obviously broken off from above. Stuff is very crumbly, breakable stuff. Okay, I think this one is 1546. I'm gonna have to synchronize. Let me see if I can get a time on here just for possibilities. Synchronizing. Okay, it's 2:11, 48, 49, 50, 51. So I can synchronize with that later. So 1546 right here. I'm not gonna like stand on every single boulder right here because there's just billions of them, but I might pick a few of the bigger ones. Like I'm definitely gonna go over to that one right there. It's got my name on it. This one like right here is kind of cool. I might jump up on that one. And then of course I'll go up top there. There's so much to explore here. It's kind of like if you wanted to see everything in this complex, you would probably have to spend 3 or 4 days, maybe even a whole week. I mean, unless you came out like super early in the morning and stayed here like all day, then maybe you could see half of it. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get up to this one first, I guess. Then I'll go, no, actually I'm gonna go to this yellow one first because it's kind of straight across from here. Yeah, I am really wishing I had my longer charging cord today because this is not fun to hold. It's really heavy. I think the signal's a little bit stronger now. All right, call this one 1547. I guess I could do the timing on every one just to make it easier on myself later. Kind of annoying, but 2:14, 16, 17, 18. Not going to remember the numbers either. 1547. Let's test my memory today, see if I can remember a 4-digit number throughout the duration of this hike. I doubt it. 1547. I'll just have to keep saying it. Annoy any possible person that might actually come by and want to watch the stream. They'll be like, this guy just keeps saying numbers over and over. I'd like to make it over there today, but I don't know exactly where I'm gonna go. Like I said, there's so much to explore here that I'll run out of time at some point. I got a pretty late start, partly because of the stupid technical difficulties, and then I didn't actually get out here till like 2 p.m. or something. I don't know, 1 p.m. at least. Okay, so I'll climb up this one. It should be 1548. Crazy thing is, because this stuff is so crumbly, that stuff could fall at any time. I don't know how often these things fall, but this could be either thousands of years that we're looking at, or every year something falls. Like, this is not a very well traversed place. Well, I've seen 1 or 2 people up here before, but most of the time when I come up, there's nobody here. Okay, 1548. Two 16, 43, 44, 45, 46. Yeah, I must have got here at 1, something like that. It might have actually been before 1. Oh man, that thing over there, it's bigger than it looks because I have my wide angle on, but that stuff, I want to explore that too. Like, I've actually been up on top of everything before, but I've never explored some of those lower things, which is some of what you're seeing right now. I'm kind of on the lower stuff. So I might actually cut across. Let me see if I can zoom in over there. I hate this app, it sucks. Whoops. There we go. So that's the stuff that I'd kind of like to explore today, just because I've never been there, but we'll see. The signal is I wasn't watching the signal that whole time. It probably looks like it's kind of crappy. Okay, so I don't know. Whoa. I might try to go up this way, like straight up there, just to get up on top of everything. Although there's kind of a cool cave of wonders right there, but how did I get up here? Man. Oh, I see. Actually, I don't think I came up that way. I came up a more difficult way. Yeah. Hello over there on Beam. All right, let me cut down through here. Okay, I'm gonna come through this way. Signal is probably gonna break here because I'm going right next to these rocks. All right. Okay, I'm on 1548. I'm not going to count any of these because I don't know. Actually, this one down here is worth checking out. Whew. Be careful not to lose my balance. Okay, we'll call this 1549. Got 2, 20, 44, 45, 46. Oh man, this is heavy. Having a hard time holding this battery bank thing. 1549. Need to get up there, which I think the best way is over this way. Yeah, I think earlier, I don't know, but even though Aircast is kind of annoying sometimes, I think the signal was actually just dropping in and out constantly. Now it seems to be going pretty good. Check out all this detail on these rocks. If I wasn't holding all this gear, it would be fun to climb some of this stuff, but it's actually pretty dangerous because these rocks can break off easily. All right. Go head out to the end of that point there. And this one right above me too. Okay, I'm gonna actually give this one a P number instead of a B number. So this is like, I don't know what number, but we'll call it like P4 or something. So until I figure it out later. It's definitely like the edge of the mountain type thing. So it's like more, instead of a boulder, it's like we're on top of the whole thing. And same with that one over there. So let's, I don't know what to call these, but I'll just make a note of them. So the top of the mountain, number unknown at 223, 58, 59, 224. There we go. So there's that yellow thing I was on a little bit earlier. Actually, it looks kind of like a frog head. Actually, it looks a lot like a frog head. Hey, overtone singer. All right, I'm gonna head over to this other high point over here. Now, I'm guessing if I stay up here on the top, the signal should stay around. I don't know. Can't imagine it not. There's no obstruction of the view. That's where I was. So that was the place I just marked with the timer, just for future reference. So I'm gonna have to use my GPS tricks to like come back and mark all this stuff on a map, which is a pain in the butt. I really need some specially made device that I can click and it adds a waypoint to the map automatically, or just sends a ping to a web server with the GPS coordinates or something like that. That'd be awesome. Beautiful nature, yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna mark this spot. That's where we were just a second ago. This is another top of the mountain area. I just like to mark all these viewpoints and stuff. 2, 25, 56, 57, 58. And the reason I say the timestamp is so I can, I'm recording a GPS track on my phone and stuff, and so if I know the timestamp, I can go back and put a mark on the map at that exact point. All right. It's really a pain in the butt to go back and do all that work on the GPS stuff. I could write some scripts. Lately I've been writing a bunch of Python scripts, and actually I'm not really writing them, I'm just having AI write them for me for the most part. I could probably write one for that. I'm not gonna go over this giant log when I could just go around it over here. Okay. Just gotta climb up on this stuff. Quite a drop down there. I definitely want to make it over there, but I probably will go up right there too, because that's kind of a high spot as well. And I'm pretty sure I've been there before. Like, I know I have. Oh, I was gonna go down to that stuff that I pointed at earlier, which I don't know if the signal was working at that time, but I don't know. I'm already up here, so I'm not going to go back down until I've explored some stuff up here first. So, like I said, there's no way to explore all of this in one hike, like a short hike anyway. Maybe, like I said, maybe if you got out really early, you could explore a good portion of it, but I don't think you could do absolutely everything in one day, because I've been here how many times? I don't know, probably 4 times at least, and every time I see new stuff. Okay, I didn't quite go up to the top of this, so I'm gonna mark this one. Right here. Two 29, 02, 03, 04, 05. Okay. Yeah, I really want to explore that stuff, but that's okay. This is actually more fun, like being up here. Plus if I was down there, the signal might break up down in the rocks and the trees. Should be pretty good up here. Of course, I totally enjoy myself without live streaming, don't get me wrong. But it is fun to try to share the experience a little bit, because then I have sort of a visual record and memory of the experience. And I don't get a lot of viewers, but you know, get to share it with somebody possibly. It's kind of a cool looking set of trees. I'm pretty sure I've been on this whole ridge, but it's not. I'm sure I've been here, but it's not looking super familiar. I know I've been up on the top of this part, so I'm guessing I probably kind of climbed up on these rocks a little bit, but not necessarily like every single one. All right, so I'm gonna just head around, try to get up to the top, highest point over here, and then I'll try to cross down the saddle to the other side. I think there's at least one person up here though, because I did see a vehicle back down below, which I think that's the first time I've ever seen a vehicle parked in that area. I found an even cooler place to park though than I ever have before, because I didn't want to park like right by them, so I came a little bit further in the road and found this awesome spot. You can see the mountains from below. It's super fun to have a place like this that's so complicated and with so many features that you can come to it like a bunch of times and still see something new, like see tons of new stuff. All right, this is a pretty significant spot. I'll mark it. It's right around here somewhere. I wonder which platforms I'm live on. Actually, I have no idea. I started on all of them, but then I had that signal errors in it. Some of them, once they go out to lunch, they never come back. All right, this spot I'm marking at 2:32, 59, 33, 3301, 3302. I should get a drink. I'm so out of shape, it's bad. When I was looking at that yellowish mountain stuff over there from below, like where I parked, it looked like there was a cave from one angle, but I think it was kind of an illusion. But I've also never gone, like, at least I don't think I've gone down at the base of it. I've gone like back around this back side and then up on the top, but like I don't think I've ever walked down below. So if I have time today, I might check some of that out, because there's sometimes like really cool caves and stuff at the base of these things. Like not like huge caves that you can go in really far, but like, you know, little covered areas, small caves. Every single one of these high points I want to go to eventually. As far as I know, I've never been to that one or that one or that one. But to verify for sure, I'd have to look at my map, which I can't really do because I'm using my phone for streaming. A lot of these places you can't really get to. They have restrictions on which roads. Like there's random dirt forest roads, really rough, rocky roads around, but they restrict vehicle access to some of them. Just, I don't know why, just for preserving nature, or I think part of it's to prevent forest fires and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to get to some of these places. Someday I'd like to get I've said this probably 50 times on my stream, but someday I'd like to get a dirt bike, or like a, what do you call them? Just a ATV or whatever they're called. Because then I could like have it in the back of a pickup truck or something, and then get in a lot closer with that and not have to. Because I think some of the, actually, I don't know, maybe that wouldn't even be allowed, but some of the roads you can go on a ATV, but not like a full-size vehicle. But I think it generally, if it's no motor vehicles, it's kind of everything though, so. Could always ride my bike. I want to get back in shape this year. I don't think I rode my bike a lot last year. I can't remember. All the years start blending together. There's a nice angle of that stuff that I keep talking about wanting to explore. Down there in the center. There's another big one right there. I don't know what I was just saying. I just interrupted myself. Oh yeah, I want to get back in shape because I think it was 2 years ago or thereabouts. Yeah, 2 winters ago I wrecked my Jeep. So I think for almost an entire year after that I didn't have a car, and I was riding my bike like everywhere, and that was huge. Like I had to ride to get like groceries and stuff, and it's very far. I mean, stupid far to get that stuff. And then I was like riding out to do hikes and stuff. That was actually a fun year, even though I was really depressed because I didn't have a vehicle all that time. And just funny thing is, I felt like isolated and stuff, but friends and connections. I think it's hard for me to remember, but to be honest, this winter has felt like one of the worst of all time. Like it was really hard to make it through. But it's kind of, ouch, it's kind of on the end of its, whatever. It's not going to last much longer. Like it's supposed to snow this week again, so it'll probably, I don't know, maybe it'll have a few inches again. And it'll get really cold and stuff, but I think the major part of winter is mostly over. All right, I'm gonna take a risk and head out on these rocks and hope that I can get around these bushes and stuff. This looks familiar. I think I remember going this way before. So I don't remember how, I think there's kind of a rocky bluff up here somewhere. I don't know what to call it, but just kind of a high point. That's what I'm heading towards. And then, like I said, I'll cut down the side here and go across. Probably the same that I've done before, go on the back side, because there's definitely going to be ways to, maybe now that I'm talking about it, I might actually go down on the base and then go up somewhere around there instead, because then I could kind of look for interesting things in the rocks. But there's also a pretty good chance that the signal will drop out if I go down there. I don't know, we'll see. Actually, I keep changing my mind. I think I'm going to go back on the back side like I usually do, just to hopefully be able to live stream that part for sure, getting up to the top, and then maybe I'll come down that area and check out some of the rocks, because I have a pretty big hunch that the signal will drop at that point and I might have to end the live stream. All right, I'm wishing I brought my hat. Like it didn't even occur to me at all, because it's been so cold and wintry that I just didn't think about it. But I'm really wishing I had it. I probably will get a sunburn today. At least a little bit. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to connect with people when you're not outgoing. I've been trying to, but I don't know, it's weird. I feel like I've lost my ability to connect. Ouch. I was greatly encouraged today to realize that I don't have to wait another month or two to start hiking necessarily. I can't go out like all the time because I have stuff I need to do, and it's too expensive to drive all the time. It's funny, even though I have a working car now, I barely go out at all just because I can't afford gas. So not much has changed. And I was sort of thinking this year, unless I start getting money, of course, which hopefully I will. I was thinking to maybe just purposely ride my bike more, just to stay in shape and save money. So we'll see how that goes. That would allow me to get out more often without feeling guilty of spending money on gas. All right, I'm getting close to the top. I need to probably get out. I should try to make it a goal to get out at least once a week for health and staying in shape purposes, if nothing else, and mental health as well. It really makes a big difference for me if I get outside. I don't remember if I've climbed this thing right here. Looks like it would be kind of challenging. I talk about climbing stuff, but I'm not really a rock climber at all. So if it's too technical, I just don't bother. I could probably climb that, but not easily, because I don't really do like stuff where I'm hanging with my arms and stuff. Prefer a little bit less than vertical so I can cling to the rocks a little better. Okay, where's the actual top here? I think it's over this way. I don't know, I'm tempted to try that. I probably could do it. Especially if I put my camera down and stuff, that would be the only way to do it. My legs have been kind of messed up lately, my knees and my hip and stuff, just kind of old people stuff, so I don't really feel quite as confident as I used to. Oh, this is nice. I was thinking there was kind of a boulder peak up here, but I remember this from an episode. I brought a friend up here once. I think we tried to hit up a volleyball back and forth, but I was gonna record it. All right, I did record it, but somehow I got into time-lapse mode, so it was taking a picture every few seconds. So when I played it back, we were like peppering the volleyball like crazy fast. It was kind of annoying because I wanted to get that recorded. I think it was right here. I didn't remember that till just now. It just looks crazy familiar all of a sudden. There's some cool stuff down there. I've probably gone down there before, but oh, this thing over here is awesome. That thing behind the trees. I've never tried to climb it. It looks possible, but it might be kind of crazy. See what I mean though? Like, I've just barely got up onto the top just now, and this thing just keeps going. there's no way I'll be able to do much of anything today, but like that's way, way far away over there, and it keeps wrapping around the corner there. It's really big. And like I said, I've been here several times before, and I've never explored like a lot of these features. And each feature that you see, you can explore from different directions too. So it's not just, oh, I've seen it. It's like you can reach the same spot by going different routes, and on the way you see different cool stuff. It's kind of endless. Okay, this rock right over here is the one I was remembering, that I thought there was a kind of a high point thing. So I need to find this. This is more like a summit, not summit of the entire complex of rocks, but it's the highest point in this area. So let me try to find the actual high point and mark it. I think it was actually right back here on this rock. Okay. So let's mark this. Two 51 00 01 02 03 04. And then there's like, I can't even point at it because the shadows are making it hard to see, but there's another thing down here somewhere, like a sticking up thing. I don't think I've climbed that before. That looks difficult. Yeah, so I have to decide what all I'm gonna do today. I want to try to do a couple of, I don't know, I tend to do the same things, because when you look at something like that, you can't just not climb it. So I do that like every time I come here. I try to get to the top, but I'd like to explore something different today, possibly. I could try climbing that pinnacle down back over here. It's sometimes things that look basically impossible, you get up close and it's like, oh, there's a backside that's like way easier. This one just looks difficult. But since I'm right here, let me see what I can do. I'll at least get up close to it and mark it on the map, which I might have done already, but not sure. Yeah, I think I've been up close to it, but I don't think I've climbed it. But I would have to look at my map to verify. It looks hard. Like I said, I'm not a rock climber, so it might be too hard for me. But I don't know. Let me see if I can even find a place to put my camera. I think that's fairly sturdy. Hope it doesn't fall over. I don't know if I'm gonna do possible for me. Cool thing is I've got wireless audio. So, oh, I won't be able to look at chat. That's one downside. Actually, I can. I've got all the tricks. I didn't set this up in advance, but I do have a way, technically. Not that it matters, because I don't really have a lot of people watching most of the time, but just in case. I hate it when somebody comes by and I'm not able to read the chat, or they say something and I don't see it. Alright. It's not really that tall or anything, it's just, the thing is, I probably could get up there, but coming down is like intimidating. This side is definitely the best side for climbing, but the back side is horrible. I could probably climb it right here too, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, this stuff is really crumbly and sharp on my hands. I don't really feel good about it, unless I can come up on this side over here. I'll just get up on this first spot and probably call it good, unless I see something that looks kind of easy. I saw something that wasn't too bad. Getting down is going to suck. Might have to send a rescue team. Okay. All right, let's mark this spot. I might have done this before, I don't remember. The fact that it was not impossible makes me wonder. It's weird that I don't remember stuff like that, but I don't. I forget stuff. Okay, so it's 2, 58, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. All right, down climbing. Yuck. I mean, if I didn't have really bad knees, like when I was younger, I would sort of just hang off the edge and drop down, but I don't trust my knees these days, so I should probably try to down climb if I can. I don't really remember which way I went though, so it'll be interesting. And if I rip my pants, I rip my pants. These are my last halfway decent hiking pants. I've ripped all my pants. I need to get some new pants. Man, I do not see a good path for down climbing, but Okay, I think I see probably where I went before. Ugh. Yeah, I did it. That wasn't terrible. I'm not down yet, but this is actually a little bit hazardous. Right here. Let's see. Whoa. Yeah, the stuff I was just talking about, it just broke off in my hand. Little piece. Oh. This thing is blocking me, otherwise I would just jump over there, but I can't jump down here. I wonder if I could go around the edge. It's not the way I came up. And it's not a very good idea. So close. Just don't see any good grips. Okay, I'm gonna get down on my knees. I think that's probably what I did. If I can. Okay, we made it. Whew. That was fun, but a little bit treacherous. For me, that would have been easy for like an actual rock climber. Okay. I survived though. Oh man. Okay. Back to the normal, not so dangerous stuff. So there's the thing I just climbed. I don't know if you could really see how tall it is because my camera was down underneath the rock a bit, so anyway, it's not super tall. It's like maybe almost twice as tall as me, so it's not like huge. Okay. Let's see. Next, I'm going to try to get to that boulder that's kind of the high point on the end of this area. Hopefully my live stream was going that whole time. I don't really know. Because of how warm it is today, I'm a little bit
concerned that it might be tick season. I haven't seen any yet on my pants, but it's really warm. It's crazy. It's got to be like at least 60 degrees or something. Which doesn't sound that warm, but when you're hiking, that's like super warm, and it's still winter, so don't really expect it to be that warm. So there's that awesome thing I'd like to climb sometime, but I don't think well, it's not that I don't have time today. I would have to choose, like, that's where I'm going. I don't think I've climbed that one, but I'm seeing another one like over there that I know I haven't climbed. It's possible I either climbed this one or tried to. It's been a while. My friend that was up here with me a year or two ago would maybe remember that. Ouch. I guess I'll mark this one too. It's kind of a high point. .306, 15, 16, 17. I guess I could just do this. I don't know. Whatever. I always forget about that. Of course, not always right by my camera. That one right here, down here, I don't know if that's harder or easier than the one I just did. It looks actually bigger and possibly more vertical, so I think that would be harder. I'm not gonna bother. I did one climb. That's good enough for me. I'm an old man, I can't do everything. There's that thing I just climbed again. You can look at the backside and see how crap it is. It's like hanging more than vertical on that left-hand side, and it's pretty flat, so nothing to grip onto for me. Maybe a world-class climber, that's easy for them, but not me. This boulder is awesome, and it should give me a pretty good panoramic view of everything around. The only viewers I get are fake viewers. It's awesome. That's all right. I'm not in it for their views. I do like connecting with people, but real people, not fake people. Oh yeah, this is the best view. This might be the best view on the entire mountain. It might be as good or better up on top of that, but with this position, I can see that thing, the main mountain, and all these other ones. So it's kind of a central point. I do know I've climbed up this before, and that was pretty insane, actually. Because when I did it, there was really icy, slippery stuff, and it was treacherous. And I think I've climbed down that way too, maybe. Actually, now that I see this pinnacle that I saw from the other side from here, it doesn't look nearly as impossible. I can see some possible routes. And then this next one looks relatively easy. I think I've maybe done that one before. It looks kind of familiar. But I've done so many different things that I can't remember all of them. But this is definitely a highlight of the hike right here, probably. Let me see if I can get a photo with my other camera real quick. Be a panorama. Sweet. That should be pretty good. Oh, I almost forgot to mark this with the time and stuff. Maybe I already did, I can't remember. 3:10, 56, 57, 58, 59, 3:11. This is an awesome spot. Oh, I should get some single shots, not all panorama with this phone. Oh, come on. That's awesome looking. My other cheap phone is a what do you call it? I think Motorola, I guess. It's the Moto series. It's actually not bad for how cheap it is. It was like $200 or something crazy cheap. They kind of have, their goal is to like kind of compete with the big brands but make crazy cheap phones. And they're not nearly as good as the like Samsung and Pixel and iPhone and stuff, but for how cheap they are, I'd say they're worth like their, I don't know how to say that, but their cost per quality type measurement is pretty high because they're so cheap. But they're not all made equal. They, like, I think I was just saying, they're kind of hit or miss. Like the one I got, I think I actually tried to do quite a bit of research at the time. I bought it like a year ago or something, I don't remember. I tried to not just buy the first one that came on my screen, and just needed a cheap second phone. So I tried to shop around the various options, and I'm pretty happy with it for what it is, like for how cheap it is. So I've tried this before. There is a dead drop off, like I don't know if you can see it, but right at the edge of these bushes is straight down. There's no way I'm going down that way. Super dangerous. So I think I have to go back over here somewhere to get down. And I don't remember exactly how far I had to go back, but I've done this before. I could go down over on this side and then like maybe circle around the base somewhere. But even that is treacherous, just because I've done it before, and I know there's this one really nasty climb down the side of a cliff, and if my friend is watching this, he might remember that too. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Pretty sure if I come over this way, there's a less terrible spot somewhere. Might have to go back a ways. But I have been here before, so I'm pretty sure I remember right. Looks like a drop off right here also. Terrible drop off. Ridiculous. Absolutely garbage right here. I would never try going down there. No way. That would be death. But I'm pretty sure if I go back just a little bit further, there's sort of a ravine or something I can maybe climb down. I might have to go like quite a bit back because it still looks like garbage here. Yeah, not a chance. Not a chance, man. So I'll just go back until I find what I'm remembering. I might have to go down that other side that I was talking about just a minute ago, but I think, unless my memory is right. All right, so the stream died quite a while ago, and it might not really come back super strong here, but I decided I would try it anyway. So there's where I was earlier. I had to come down kind of this crazy clinging to things ravine. I actually took a short video with my phone that I might upload later just for fun since I couldn't live stream it. It was too bad of a signal, but I'm gonna try to go up to the top of the main mountain up here. And that might be all I do today because I don't want to overdo it. This is my first hike of the season and not in great shape, and I don't want to like be completely destroyed or exhausted, so I'll just try to get to the top of this, and then maybe that's it for the day. I could try to explore those things down below, but I think I'll be pretty tired by the end of this. There's a couple ways to climb. There's these weird ramps that go up, and I've climbed that way before. It's doable, but if you actually walk back where those trees are, you can just like easily walk. I mean, you sort of have to climb, scramble a little bit, but you don't really have to use your hands. You can just kind of lean into it a bit. So I don't know which way I'm going to try. I don't know where the cell towers are. My guess is if I go on that back side, it might kill the signal again, but it's definitely the safer, easiest thing. It looks like those ramps, like there's a ramp here and a ramp there. It looks like they should be pretty easy, but it's steeper than it looks, and there's not a lot to hold on to sometimes, so it's not like ridiculously easy. It's not terrible either, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite way. So I might try the backside today. It's just easier, safer. I already had my 2 episodes of risk taking today. That's probably enough for one day. Technically, this whole entire hike is always a risk, but I wouldn't say it's a huge risk because I do this stuff a lot and I kind of know my limits. But the thing that actually makes it more treacherous is that I'm holding the camera and kind of distracted and stuff. That's where I just was before the stream cut out. Up on the top of that, I had to make my way down, which you'll see in the video. I'll probably upload it to my YouTube channel at least. Whew. That's cool. That tree on the top of that. I think I've climbed that before. That's pretty easy. All right, well, let's see. I go up these ramps or do I go on the back? I think I'll do the back, but I'm pretty sure the signal might drop out because I don't actually know where the cell towers are. I wish I had a map that showed where they were so I could strategize my streams for signal stuff. But yeah, I've gone up these and it looks like they're not that steep, but man, if you were here and you looked at it, you would think a little differently. It's not that bad, but the width of them is not super wide, and yeah, it's okay. I can't remember though. I think maybe if you go that way, you can't easily get up to the top. Like you have to climb over this weird thing at the top, but maybe I'll take a look at it. I'm kind of dramatizing it. It's not terrible. But you can see there's a ton of crumbly gravel on it, which is kind of my least favorite thing. There's actually three different ramps. There's another one up here. Almost looks better in a way. I don't remember. Last time I was here, I think was with a friend, and he went up one ramp and I went up a different one, and it's hard to compare when you don't do both of them and just try to compare notes with each other. I don't know which one was worse. This one looks better to me just because I don't see as much gravelly junk, so maybe I'll give it a shot. It's steeper though. This one's definitely steeper than the other one. But you can see all that gravel on there. It's kind of nasty. But this one is a total scramble. I have to grab with my hands, which is the main reason I was kind of thinking maybe not to do this, because trying to hold my camera with one hand is making it, a little bit weird. But I think I can manage. Whoa, rock just broke out from my hand. You can see this stuff just Brakes. Okay, I'm almost up. Okay, yeah, it's not too bad. I have to climb over this little ridge here, which is no big deal. But then that is terrible right there. I've never tried to climb that. I think I could, but there's not really any reason to, because like right back here, right around the corner, you can just walk up the backside. And well, I'm up for some adventure here and there, and I could definitely climb that. You can see like right here, there's a nice way right there, right where my finger is. But considering that I'm trying to hold the camera today, we're not going to do anything crazy like that. That would be insane. So really, I didn't actually save myself any effort or achieve anything by coming up this other than just the fun of it, because I still have to go back on the backside anyway. I didn't remember that though, so now I know. But I did not remember that from last time. I guess it's pretty nice views up here too. I don't know how to compare it with that other view that I said was kind of the highlight, just right over there. That was an awesome view, but I think it'll be pretty awesome up here too. Okay, we're gonna go back around this way, which is theoretically the easy way. It's also where I'm going to lose signal probably, but if I lose signal, I'll start it up again when I get to the top, and that'll probably be the last segment of the day, because I'll be running out of time pretty soon here. And energy, really. I probably have, since the clocks changed on Sunday, I have longer than I normally would. Probably going to cut out right as I go over here. Be really surprised if it doesn't. Looks like it's holding up so far. So yeah, as you can see, it's just kind of a steep hike on this backside. There's lots of little bits of snow and kind of muddy stuff here, so it's not the best, but it's okay. Check out that view over there, though. I'd zoom in, but I don't want to. Pretty nice. All right. Here we go. I need to take a drink when I get up there. I wonder where that person went. I want to find like hiking friends. Like, I would never go up to some random person like that I see on a hike and say, "Hey, you want to go on a hike sometime?" But I don't know how else to find people to hike with. I know there's hiking clubs and stuff. Thing is, most hikers don't do this kind of stuff, and this is kind of the hiking that I live for. Mega adventure, no trail, a little bit of climbing, kind of obscure, remote places that a lot of people don't even know about. It's kind of my thing. And it's hard to find people that are really into that. Some people might even somehow find it objectionable, like, what, there's no trail? But I shouldn't say I never, but I rarely hike on trails anymore. Actually really surprised there's any signal back here. I sort of introduced my best friend to this stuff. He might have done a little bit of it. I mean, he's done some adventurous hikes and stuff, but he didn't like pursue this stuff on his own. But I kind of told him about my hobby, about climbing stuff where there's no trail and bushwhacking through all sorts of crazy stuff. And he was kind of hesitant at first, the first couple times I took him out. I couldn't really tell if he was really enjoying it or it was kind of a pain or something. I think he likes it now, unless he's just being kind and going along for it. But I'm pretty sure he's up for it. So that's cool. But I don't get to see him very much. Maybe 3 or 4 times a year. Okay. All right. Made it. Super easy going that backside. Whew. Oh yeah, it's a nice view up here. But yeah, there's something charming about that last spot that I pointed out. It's something magical down there, but it is really nice up here too. It's way more panoramic up here. No doubt about that. Whew. Actually, I've never verified 100% where the summit of this thing is, because there's this spot, which I'm pretty sure is not quite the summit, because you can look over to that next thing and that looks higher. But then there's this other spot behind all this over here that could be even higher or about the same right over there. So I'm not really sure. It's hard to say. It's probably about the same. Oh, I hadn't looked down. I forgot about this place. This place is insane. Let me see if I can get the wide angle. Look at this thing. Oh, I'm actually kind of overhanging the edge right now. It's really loud too with the wind. Sorry about that. This is actually hanging over where I'm standing. It's so crazy. Yeah, I have a windsock thing on there, but I don't think it's good enough. I can see the levels are maxing out pretty much. Yeah, this is insane. There's another drop off right here. If you're not paying attention, which is kind of scary if you're just live streaming and not watching where you're going, you could be right on the edge of doom. All right, so I'm gonna mark this spot. This is definitely one of the summits, sort of. And I'll show you this part over here that's insane. It's crazy. It makes me nervous actually to get up close to it. It's really insane. Okay, it's 349, 01, 02, 03, 04. Okay, I guess I should get a panorama shot up here too. I feel like this whole thing could, I mean, it's not likely, but it could collapse. So I'm not like I'm not a person that scares easily, but certain circumstances make me a little bit nervous. Okay, so let's do a panorama here. Gotta find a place where I can safely twist around while I'm taking a photo. Let's do one the other way. I found that my camera takes better pictures going to the left, I think, on panoramas. It's kind of weird. It's gonna be blown highlights in that sun area, but oh well. It'll still be cool. Okay, this part freaks me out a little bit. I'm pretty sure these rocks are very strong, but I don't feel comfortable like standing right on the edge of this because it's hanging, it's like a shelf hanging out this way. And just imagining how this formed is completely bonkers. I can't even imagine. It's just like jutting out at a weird angle, but looks like a wave or something. I'll get close to it, but I'm not gonna like stand on the edge of that thing. It's just, it always makes me nervous when I'm right here. Ugh. Let's get a view of it though from up here. You can see how crazy that is. Ooh. And there's the two big things over there that I'd like to climb someday. I'm pretty sure I've never done it. It might actually be too dangerous for me, but someday I'd like to at least try, because I don't really know until I start going up the side and see what the handholds are like and stuff. Check this out though, it's just like hanging out quite a bit. I've kind of like laid down on my belly right there just to get a shot over the edge with my 360 camera. But I I can't stand there safe. I mean, I could. It's not really that dangerous. I stand on the edge of things all the time, but when it's overhanging like that, like I feel like if I slipped, there'd be no way to catch myself. So a lot of weird crumbly rocks to potentially slip on or catch your toe on. So I do have some little bit of sense, good sense to me. I don't, it's not that bad, but I would not recommend somebody just walking casually across the edge of that thing. So I just play it safe and go a few arm's lengths away from the edge down here. But I'll go right to this little edge right in the middle though, just so you can kind of see what it looks like, because I feel like I have something to grab onto to keep my balance. There's the looking over the edge of doom. Get some really amazing 360 shots. My 360 camera, I'm pretty sure, is gone. It's dead for good. It stopped working, I don't know, 6 months ago or something like that, and I tried everything I could reasonably. I could probably send it in or ask the company about it, but I've had it for like, I don't know how long it's been, but it's several years now, so I don't think it's definitely not under warranty. They would just have to decide if they wanted to give a rip, and I wouldn't really expect it. I don't expect that kind of crazy customer service these days. It's not like, you know, Sears tools where you have a lifelong repair warranty. Companies don't do that anymore, so I kind of, you know, if I get a good amount of use out of a product before it dies, like 6 or 7 years or something, like I used it a lot and I abused it more than most people would. So I feel like I got fair value out of it for sure. I'm not disappointed. I am disappointed, but I'm disappointed that it stopped working, but I'm not disappointed in the quality of the product, is what I mean. I think it was decent. But if I could afford to get another one, I would, because I really enjoy taking 360 videos. It's a lot of fun. It takes a long time to process them and upload them to various websites, but I like it. I don't really get a lot of comments or interaction on those, but I don't get comments or interactions on any of my videos for the most part, so that doesn't really mean much. All right, so we're gonna go, oh, did I can't remember. I think I marked up there, but I'm pretty sure I did a little timer video, but I can actually watch the video again and extrapolate more points than I mark, because I can use the timestamp on the video to subtract and add times and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I've done a lot of that in the past, but I'm kind of bored with it. I prefer to automate it if I can, but, or just not do it. It's kind of a pain. But I really like maps a lot, and so I find quite a bit of joy out of marking all the places I've been and exploring virtually on the maps and stuff, finding new places to go. It's quite fun for me. So you can kind of see, I guess let me go over here real quick before I head up top so you can see the shape of this thing. I don't remember if I've ever come over here before. to take a look at this. I probably have, but so that's the thing I was looking down from the top. Kind of a weird overhanging ramp thing. So yeah, it's just like right there on the edge that I don't feel safe standing on the very edge, but everything else is pretty safe. By my standards, everyone has a different tolerance level for fear of heights or danger or whatever. So this is probably kind of the last hurrah for the day. I'm actually not that tired, amazingly. I say amazingly because not only is this my first hike of the season, but I've been up. Oh, what time did I wake up? I think midnight or something. So I've been up since around midnight, I think. I can't remember, honestly. I lose track. Yeah, I think that's right. 11 or midnight. I did take a nap though. But yeah, I'm pretty tired. I mean, no. The funny thing is, I'm not tired. That's what I was about to say. I don't feel tired at all right now. So I actually feel like I could do more, and I do have a fair amount of daylight left, so I could go over there or do something else. I don't know. Sometimes I just get, I don't know what it is, not weary, but just, there's just a point where I'm like, okay, I've seen enough. I can go home now. I don't know. I didn't ever used to feel that way. I think it's just my old age, just kind of. There was a time when like 5 or 10 years ago, I don't know how long it's been, but some years ago I would want to do like as many hikes in a single day as I possibly could. But I sort of outgrown that. Someday I want to try to beat my record, which is 11 different locations in one day, but I don't know if I can achieve it because I'm getting old. Okay, let's make sure to mark this spot before I forget. This is probably the summit, but it's like looking over at that one, I can't tell because that actually kind of looks a little bit taller, but it's hard to tell. I'd have to look at the contour maps and stuff to be sure. But there's a lot to explore here. I've never gone down these ridges here. There's several of them. And there's a bunch of rocks, really crazy looking rocks to explore down on that side. And actually all around the backside, there's a ridge going all the way around. And I've done that, but I haven't gone down beneath the ridge to explore all the weird pinnacles and stuff, and I'd like to someday. And it's always like this where I come up to the top, feel like I'm running out of time or energy, so if I really want to explore those extra features, I'd have to skip trying to get to the top and staying down lower and enjoying that experience, because trying to do it all is too much. Okay, let me mark it. $4:03:04:05. I keep forgetting that I can just hold it up. It's easier. That would actually make it easier to find those marks again too. I could just watch for the second phone in the screen. But I don't think like that. I'm not that smart. Okay, well, now it's when I have to decide, am I done and I'm gonna find the nearest way down, or am I gonna go over there? It's not very far to go over there, but it looks like it's been a while since I've been here, but right beyond this line here is a drop off, I think. Maybe it's a little bit more gradual than what it looks, but I think I have to actually go over there, back through those trees and then up that side. That's kind of what my memory tells me, but so it's a little bit further of a walk than what it looks like it should be. It's not that crazy or anything, but I don't know. I'll just walk over this direction and see what I feel like. I don't know. See, I didn't get a proper panorama up here. Let me do that real quick. Since I'm here, I may as well. See, it's always hard to know where to start, so you get the coolest looking composition. I think I'll do right there, maybe. All right, let's see. I'll walk over to the edge of this and see if it looks as crazy as it kind of looks like from here. It might actually not be that bad, but I also don't know if the signal will die off when I get down behind this major peak. It was crazy how good it was on the back side of this thing, so it might actually hold the signal. I don't know. I'm feeling better, like today, like I really do feel better. I don't have a lot of people watching my streams and interacting, so it's hard to know what's going on behind the scenes, but if anybody's praying for me just because you've heard kind of that I've been going through a hard time, I do appreciate that a lot. And if anybody wants prayer anytime, you're always welcome to ask, and I'm very overjoyed to join in with you to talk to our Creator about just your life and how things are going. I don't always pray for everybody because there's no one here to pray for. Occasionally I get the mind to just pray for all my viewers or just anybody that I've met on streaming platforms, but it's easier for me when I have a name to attach thoughts to pray specifically for. So feel free to drop a comment or anything if you want, anytime. And anyone that has prayed for me, I thank you greatly beyond any description I can think. Because today feels like a good day, and I don't have a lot of good days these days. I mean, I know I should be always joyful and always thankful. As a Christian, I know that that's what I'm supposed to do, but doing it is not always easy. I try, but it's been rough. So anyway, glad to have a good day finally. It's great. This is a really good day. Okay. There's a lot to explore over here. It's not just that top thing, but there's this thing, there's that thing. There's all sorts of things. Oh, I was gonna get a drink when I got up there and I didn't, so let me do that real quick. My throat is a little bit dry. I'm pretty sure my chat's working. I mean, I can never really tell for sure because I get so few comments. When it's been like quiet for hours, sometimes I think, oh great, maybe my chat program died. Or it's actually, you know what is possible? My computer's been crashing lately. If my computer crashed, which is how I am able to compile all my chats, then I would not be able to see any chats. So that's possible. That would be embarrassing. All this time there's like somebody been talking to me. If that's the case, I apologize. I don't think so, but I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it right now. So anyway, just letting you know. I forgot about that. My just died twice recently, which kind of makes me nervous that it might be its way out. I think I'm going to try to take it outside with the air compressor and blow it out inside a bit. It's probably pretty dusty, but I don't know. I hope my video card might be dying or something. I've had that since 2019, so just like the 360 camera, I've gotten some good use out of it, especially since I've been destroying it with live streaming all this time, which it takes a pretty heavy toll on computer components, really. So we'll find out when I get home if it's if my computer died. Hopefully it's not gonna die permanently because I need it really. But yeah, well, maybe this isn't so bad over here. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is no big deal. No big deal. I can just walk down the back of that. The signal's dying here though. Let me go over here before it dies and get a picture over here. Yeah, there's the next high spot. I really can't tell from this perspective. The one that I was just on looks taller, but that's just because I'm right next to it. It's hard to tell for sure. All right, let me get up on top of this so I can claim this peak in the name of something. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure I've not gone down any of these ridges. It'd be fun. I might have done one of them. Possibly, I don't remember. This is what I should have been doing this whole time. Even just like right down here looks really cool with this. I think that looks really familiar to me. I've maybe gone down there. Although I don't think I would climb on that. That looks insane. It's like a huge drop off on either side, and I don't even think it like goes down to a gradual slope, so I don't think I would climb down that necessarily, unless I previewed it from every angle to make sure it was safe. But it doesn't look very safe. So now I have to decide, am I going to go over there or just call it good? I feel like I'm close enough, and it's easy. I think it's pretty easy hike to get over there. So, whoa, bad footing. So I think I'll try it. The signal might die in the trees behind the rocks, but whether I live stream it or not, I'll go over to the top of that, and maybe that will be the last destination for today. I've had a good solid adventure. It's amazing how much difference the time change makes. Just like from one day to the next, it feels kind of like dark and wintry, and then all of a sudden you get like, it can stay out like a lot later. It's really nice. Okay, this is where I suspect the signal might kind of drop out, because I'm going to go into this in-between mountains kind of area. We'll see. I guess I was back here kind of in the same spot when I was going up the top of the main peak, so maybe it's fine. I like the light casting on all of these bushes. It's pretty cool. Just about golden hour, I suppose. Not quite. A little bit of mud. A little bit of snow. Too bad singing voice. Could do a raspy. Oh, signal's dying. I'm ready to go see the Lord anytime. As nice as this kind of stuff is, there's nowhere I'd rather be than with him, away from all this stuff. I hope somebody hears and isn't fully annoyed when I talk about the Lord, because he's whatever he is, who everybody needs. Totally. I can't say it enough. It's really all there is. That's why we're here, is to figure out our way toward him, and he's given that way through Jesus Christ alone. He is the only way. Almost there. It's a little bit chilly on the back side of this because it doesn't get much sun. So there's some frozen parts. All right. Well, technically, this isn't the top. It's like that thing over there that is a little bit taller. But it's still worth marking this spot. I'll mark that spot over there and then head to the official top. Super cool stuff. Alright, let's mark this spot. And I'll head up to the top, and that's probably it. I could definitely go down on my way and explore some of these, which some of them look kind of familiar. I might have walked by them. Here's the marking for this one. I don't think I climbed them necessarily, but I think I've walked next to one of these ridges on my way down before. But anyway, we'll see. I kind of feel like I'm just about done with my adventure today. Oh man, I hope the more I think about it, the more I wonder if my chat is broken. That would be annoying, but that's the way it goes. I think all that kind of stuff happens for a reason. Sometimes I just need to spend some time by myself, even though that's all I do. But that's all right. Okay. At least if somebody's here, then they're lurking or something and enjoying something about the experience. And that's good enough for me. Plus the stream has dropped so many times. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, check that out. I don't think I'd be climbing on the top of that Stegosaurus spine plate thing. I mean, actually it would be fun, but it'd be kind of scary too. This is another nice place for a photo. Oh, sick. I forgot about that big thing behind me. Yep, I've gone around all of this, but as you can see down lower, there's a bunch of cool stuff to explore, and I have not explored any of that. I'd kind of forgotten how much crazy stuff there is back on this side. It's kind of endless. It's a little bit exhausting, like you don't want to do it all in one day, because then you sort of spoil it. You go, oh, I've seen it all. It's getting a little bit like, I don't know what the word is, but when you've seen so much amazing stuff, it doesn't amaze you as much immediately. So you kind of want to come back and experience it afresh so that you don't lose the awe factor. At least that's how I feel about it. Like, I don't want to explore when I'm kind of losing my energy or my enthusiasm. That's it's not quite as cool. All right, let me get a panorama here as well. I need to mark this spot. I don't remember. I might have already marked it, but there we go. Okay, where are we going to start? Probably over here. That's pretty good framing, I guess. I never know what to do with all these photos. I have been writing in a blog again lately. I've had a blog for a long time, but I didn't write in it for a long time, so I started up again, just sort of a nice new way to express myself to nobody, because nobody reads it, but it just helps me, sort of a creative outlet of sorts. All right, go over to this high point. It's hard to stop, because when there's like something right behind you, like there's this right here, and then there's that over there. It's like, when do you stop endless explorations? This is one of the ones I was thinking of earlier that I was going to get to, and I was confusing two different spots. This is the place I had in mind, but it was like a different spot back there that was not this spot, if that makes sense. Oh, I remember this. I think I've gone down this before, but it is a little bit sketchy, or you can't really tell if you're going to be able to get down some of these. Although, actually, I think no, this one's not bad. I get these places confused, because there's several that have this same weird wave-like rock formations. This one's not hard to get down. And I'll probably, I don't know if I'll go down right there, but I'll probably go down on the other side of this thing and not go to that next one, because you got to stop somewhere. It's actually not even late. I totally have time. I could explore this a big chunk of it, but I don't know. I just gotta say it's enough is enough at some point. Oh, here's the time. All right, let's see. That's crazy. It's only 4:30 and it probably gets dark at like 7:30 or something. I don't know. I have like 3 hours left, at least. I don't really remember what time it was getting dark before the time change, but it's definitely, yeah, I probably have about 2.5, 3 hours. But I don't think I will stay out that entire time. As much as part of me would like to, yeah. If I knew my chat was working and I had people to chat with, I would probably hang out a little bit longer, but I have no idea what's going on. So I actually could check it, but it would probably disrupt the stream if I did, because I'd have to use my phone. I don't think I do, but except that, like I said, if my computer crashed, I don't really have a way to know, like easily. Let me see if I have any way to check that. It'd be nice to know, really, is all. Let me see. No, I don't really have a way without ending the stream. So that's all right. Again, I'd be super embarrassed and sorry if anybody was chatting, but I really have no control over when certain things happen. Normally, this whole situation would be very reliable, but because, like I said, my computer has just literally turned off, died a couple times recently, that could happen at any given moment and I wouldn't know. So that's why you need to have a different solution than having a computer running at home or something that does something for you, like your RTMP server or your chat stuff. It's really not a good way to go. That's one major benefit to BeamStream, because they don't support all the sites that I'm on as far as the chat goes, but they do support some of them, and the cool thing about that is it's all through their server, so if you don't have to have a computer running to manage all that stuff. So that's actually a compelling reason, but the problem is I would have to, for those IRL streams, I'd have to limit which platforms I stream to instead of all my normal ones. But honestly, it's kind of ridiculous at this point how many platforms I stream to on 14 platforms, and most of the time no interactions on any of them. So I could probably just drop some of them without losing. Speaking of that, if you do watch on some platform, I know a lot of people like to lurk and stuff and not interact, but if you do, it would be nice to know just sometime, like a like or a comment or something like that, because it would sort of help me in the future if I ever decide to simplify my platforms to know like where people actually watch, if anybody does, which I don't really know. Okay, let's see. There's certain ones that I'll always stream to probably, but like the main sites that are kind of reliable and been around for a long time, I'll probably always stream, like to Kick and YouTube, even though nobody watches on YouTube, but it's a nice place to record my videos. So the ones that I think I'll probably always keep are Rumble, Kick, DLive, as long as they survive, and YouTube, Odyssey, probably beam as long as they're around, if they make it. I've seen so many platforms come and go since I've started streaming. It's hard to know who's gonna survive, but some of the ones that I'm not really sure about are like Pixel. I only have 2 followers. It's kind of a screwy site, and it's made mostly for art stuff, not really for a wider audience. And then let's see what else. Soup Live. I don't think anybody really watches me there. And I haven't gotten a feel for Noise and Party yet because they're kind of new on the scene. So I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, I don't know which other sites I stream to. It's hard for me to remember the entire list right now. Let's see, I wonder if I have a sunburn. I'm getting some pretty direct sunlight. Yeah, right here. This is definitely my exit. It looks like a very easy hike down. So that's probably what I'll do. I probably won't even live stream it because I'm pretty sure the signal will die as soon as I go down this valley, ravine, whatever you want to call it. So again, sorry if the chat died and you're actually watching or talking, whatever. We'll find out later, I guess. But actually, I may not ever find out because if my computer, some of the sites don't have a chat history that remains. But anyway, thanks for joining me though. I hope you enjoyed it if you were here, and I certainly did. And we'll catch you next time. Later. Looks like I got a little bit of sunburn, maybe. It's hard to tell. Probably. Anyway, see you later.